What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out the beta build of Going Medieval. A very, very promising little city builder. I'll be honest, well, not even a city builder, like a colony management sim. It's RimWorld, but in medieval times, basically. So anyways, this is the early beta build of it. It's currently closed. You kind of have to, like, know somebody close to development in order to get in. Honestly, I have a YouTube channel and whatnot. I didn't even get in. One of my viewers actually went out and petitioned on my behalf and made this happen. So I appreciate that. So we're going to dive in today. We're going to take a look at it, see if it's something that you wanted to add to your watch list or otherwise pass on after spending about 30 minutes with it. Let's dive on in. So we have the town of Bollerton. No, that's not how that's spelled. Bollerton. We need a heraldry too. How do we make a dope heraldry on it? I like green. Let's go with green. And then our pattern. Oh, we can have it patterned as well. Very nice. Very nice. All right, so our first symbol. I definitely don't want to have a clown nose. I'm gonna clear the clown nose out. The clown nose isn't doing it for me. We'll clear that out. I do, however, very much like that symbol right there. So we'll call that gold and put that right there. The pattern, I actually am okay with the pattern. I think the pattern looks good. I don't want to spend too much time on our sigil, but still. Do we put a dug on it? Can I move the dug? I didn't know if it was going to be like Call of Duty Black Ops where you could just grab it and drag it around where you wanted it to go. Where does the crown go? Okay. We can have a cross. It looks like it gets overlaid by the scrolling, though. Okay. So we're going to have to move things around a little bit, okay? We can call that black. We can call that like that color. That's kind of a bluey color right there. Oh, you can move it around. Okay. It'd be cool, though, if you could just click and drag over here. Something to think about on the part of the development team while they're still in beta. Being able to grab this stuff right here and just click and drag it and, like, press R in order to rotate it and stuff. Be a little bit faster than having to deal with the sliders. I see what they're going for, though. I can dig it. We kind of ran out of options, but I like the way that it looks. I think it looks solid. I fiddled with it for a little bit, and honestly, you can do some pretty cool custom designs in here. It definitely, I remember you could do that on the Xbox 360 back in the day with the Call of Duty, the little badge designer thing that you could put up next to your name or whatever, and I fiddled with mine forever. Like, I fiddled with mine for, like, an entire weekend until I got, like, this custom thing that was made out of, like, giraffes and monkeys and all kinds of stuff, using all the shapes that I could in order to make something else. It was kind of cool. We'll go with the default size map. We got that map right there. Game mode standard. Let's go. We've got 3 settlers right here. We have Oswald Mushtel. Oswald Mushtel is apparently good at mining, or at least he has a passion for it. He's got smithing, which he has a passion for. He's good at botany. So that's good. We've got ourselves a really solid farmer right there. And then apparently he's really, really good at hunting. Or at least has a passion for it. Sounds nice. What were his perks? So it looks like he's a hedonist. He gets bored easily, then starts causing trouble. Okay. He's an ascetic. He's also a night owl. So he likes to be awake at night. I know the feeling. He's also a witch, it looks like. Okay. Or a Wicca. I don't know how you pronounce that word, in all honesty. We have Mordred. I don't think that we need somebody that's got more animal handling, so we can walk away from that. Somebody that's got decent medicine. If we're going by the same rules here that we go by in RimWorld, we need somebody that's a good doctor. So skill level 5 seems okay to me. We'll go ahead and take Waynhild Nash. And then we've got Athelstan. That's one of my favorite medieval names right there. Aethelwulf and Athelstan. Those are good medieval names right there. He's got speechcraft. What else? We have culinary skill down on in here. Carpentry. Do we have anybody that can construct decently well enough? They can level up everything. So, like, why worry? It looks like we've got a nice even spread of just about everything, in all honesty. And she can be my researcher when she's not going through and fiddling with, like, doctoring and whatnot. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so here we are. 3 brave individuals moved on out into the medieval world to make their own bones with nothing but a pile of sundries. Oh, we got a sturdy crossbow this time around. That's pretty cool. How do we tell if somebody's good at fighting? How do we look at fighting skills? Is there like a soldiering skill or something? I guess I'll give him a sword just in case he ends up needing it. We've got a spear over there, and we'll give the intellectual the crossbow. Just point and shoot. There we go. So everybody has some kind of weapon now. That's good. We can defend ourselves. I think the first thing we want to do is kind of build up a stockpile of just like stuff. It looks like we've got some clay over here. It looks like we've got limestone on that side. Limestone will be pretty good for building. Clay is necessary for pottery and all that kind of stuff. let's maybe build. So I kind of want to build to the right. I don't want to get rid of these berry bushes. I want to let them to kind of like grow annually. And so I think we'll clear the trees off of this spot, and then we'll kind of live in this clearing right here once we get it all done. So let's give the choppinate order, and we shall choppinate as many of these trees down to make space for our livings as possible. They should get to it right away. As you can see, everything is fully animated and looking pretty good. I do actually really like the art style for this game. I think it works supremely well. I get exposed to a lot of colony builders on this channel, and all of them always have like little issues, or they draw really heavily from the same aesthetic type as RimWorld. I'm happy to see this game go in its own aesthetic direction, while at the same time, I played for about an hour before I recorded this video just to make sure that like I could find my way in the game's UI and know what I was doing. And honestly, I'm impressed. I'm excited about it. There needs to be more colony builders that have like the same level of attention and detail and love put into them as RimWorld does. Like, RimWorld is cool and everything, and it can ultimately be just about anything you want through modding, but I find myself kind of desiring other games as well that are inside of the same genre and like a new set of eyes on kind of common problems that the genre suffers from. So I'm glad to see this is one of the few games that's like really, really solid, even its early beta, that feels really good from what I've played so far. And so it's got me excited. It really sincerely does. Like, obviously, King Under the Mountain is another one I'm keeping my eye on. But King Under the Mountain, you know, it's got its own, it's developing slowly, and it's kind of got its own thing going on, but it's going to have to branch off at some point in the same way that this game will have to from RimWorld, because RimWorld absolutely just sucks all the oxygen out of the room for the genre right now. The few games that are colony builders that have managed to escape, I think, to escape from kind of that gravitational well have been like Oxygen Not Included. Those are games that really went in other directions while having a foundation that's similar. Get all them trees down? All right, well, let's do the building tools, because this game actually does have some pretty cool building tools as far as like building houses goes. We're gonna need some houses out here. So let me pause up the game in case I make mistakes over here. Let's do that first. I'm gonna deconstruct that real quick. That won't go away until there we go. All right, so let's go like, yeah, that'll be our first little house right there. Oh no, I built on top of that second layer right there. Well, that's not good. Definitely don't want that, but I can fix it in a second. We'll put that right there. That looks all right to me. I don't know what the deconstruct, I don't know if there's a deconstruct hotkey. Usually you can double click and all of these will be selected, but if I just wanted those right there, it's going to take me a little while longer. We also wanted to get we're going to need doors, obviously. I think doors are going to be kind of vital for getting inside this place. I'll put in a window right there just to kind of spruce it up and make it look good. We'll put a window right there and a window right there, and then on this front side, we'll put the door in right there. Yeah, looks great to me. That's the beginning of our first hut, so that people will have a place to lay down and sleep and rest their heads. And I actually really, really like the construction of this game, how it rises up out of the ground. We shouldn't have too many botched constructions, just due to the fact that I think everybody here has at least a level 2 construction, so that's pretty sweet. I don't know what the windows do, if they make people happier or like what they do. They says they've got stability, but I don't know exactly what that means. They have the same stability as the wall. I'm thinking it's just like an aesthetic thing. It just makes it look nicer. And then as soon as this is built, the other thing that we're going to need, we've started out with a number of prepackaged meals, which will keep us going for probably 5 or 6 days. Like, you're not going to need to have your own food supply for a minute. But there's our first little hut, and then, of course, if we wanted to slap a roof on top of it, I was worried about it. Roofing is always one of those things that's really sketchy in colony builders that have a Z, so they're three-dimensional. They have a Z-plane. So anyways, building roofs is always really sketchy in those types of games. This game, they've got a really simple tool that you just boink, and it just works. Works great. You don't have to worry about it at all. So they've already got one up on Stonehearth there. Stonehearth, I remember talking to the developers at PAX at 2017 about all the problems that came from them designing kind of a script and like so basically the way the game was coded, it was very difficult for them to make a roofing script, and I remember talking to them about it at PAX and just all the struggles that they were hitting with that, and that was like the main spot that all of their development had run into, was a problem with the scaffolding being built by auto with the script and the roofs being built. This game avoids that entirely by just having an easy roofing tool, and then they just stand on the ground, and it looks like they cast wizard magic, and the roof goes up. And I'm like, that's perfectly fine, dude. That's perfectly fine. There's no need to climb up on the roof or anything else. You solved the problem in a really simple, elegant way that has literally destroyed other games. Like, that has waylaid and basically ruined the development of other games. So kudos to the developers for having already figured out a workaround. It may not look super immersive, but at the same time, at least you can move on and work on other things, you know? Like, you're not spending all your time trying to write a script that allows people to build ramps or scaffolds to get up to the roof and iteratively build from a corner and everything else. Like, hey, you skip out on that entire messy situation right at face value. So there's our first bed right there that we've put down on, and people are going to need sleeping spots, and they do use them up for the entire night, so it's going to be tough to rotate them. Those are herbs right there, huh? Okay, we'll take a look at those in a minute. We need to harvest some of this hay over here. Yeah, there we go. Give me some hay. Lay some hay on me. There's also a deer over there that potentially we could hunt. Let's get the hay done, though, because we're going to need the hay for beds, and I don't know how much hay it's going to give us from each of these. Looks like we get about 34, so we should be good to go. Whether or not we give everybody their own house, I think is kind of like up in the air right now. I don't think it's super necessary for the moment. I'll kind of do what I do with RimWorld, and I'm just going to throw them all indoors, and hopefully they don't have like a giant mental breakdown from it. But we are going to need some more hay, I think. That way we can make a thatched roof. We can just thatch it up like so. Love that. Just love how easy it is to throw roofs on things in this game. It's a worry. It's something that, like, I've seen that problem ruin enough games and just kind of sideline enough developers that I check for it now whenever I play a game like this. Literally, I check for it. Like, what is your roof design tool? It's one of my initial things that I look for in order to determine, like, if the developers really, really know what they're doing. And there you go. They have a roof tool, so it's a good sign. All right, so we've got ourselves a whole bunch of food over here. What we can do for right now, did you guys build all those beds? Let me turn off the roofs real fast. Yeah, we should be good to go, right? Yeah, we're good to go. There we go. Everybody's got a bed, so we can kind of work on other things. The next thing that I would suggest we do is we need like a big longhouse that we can just store things in. So let me see if I can chop down some trees, and I'm really going to like engage these guys in lumberjacking for a little bit. You guys get your hands on some wood. If your hands aren't on wood, you're just not the dweller of Balderton that I expect you to be. They accomplished most of the tree harvesting, and then they all went to bed. I actually haven't played the game to the point where I've seen what threats there are yet. So I know we have spears and we have swords and we have stuff like that, so I assume there's some kind of invader or some kind of threat that comes through, like brigands or something, but as of yet I haven't seen it. We got a whole bunch of red currants over here. That actually sounds really good. Decomposes in 4 days. All right, well, construction-wise, I would suggest we put in kind of a central campfire over here. We'll just kind of start arranging things for tomorrow. And I don't want those berry bushes to go anywhere, so I'm probably going to do a longhouse that extends in that direction right there. Kind of north-south, I guess. Yeah, we can go 9. That's okay. Do you have enough wall? 9. Alright, we'll go over here, and we'll put that right there. And there we go. That looks pretty good to me. I think that's totally manageable. We are going to need to put in flooring, which I forgot to do in the other building because, you know, apparently I don't care about my colonists altogether that much. The other thing that we need to do is we'll put in a door right there, and I would like to have some windows. I do think that occasionally just kind of patching the place with windows looks really, really good. So we'll throw some in like over there and like over there, just so we have like viewpoints and whatnot. Well, I suppose it's a really, really good plan that I threw together. Does this have their moods or whatever? Their societal alignment. Of all the flowers in Balderton, Waynhild bearest the prize. She is as bonny and blithe as a summer breeze. I love how they lean into the language of the time, that old King James language with the these and the thous and the bonnies and the way that it just kind of describes things. I like that. So food and sleep are okay. She slept in an uncomfortable bed, so she's going to be a little bit sad about that, as did everybody else. I'm glad that we slapped a roof on it, though. If we hadn't put a roof on there, I think we probably would have taken some kind of nasty debuff just from the rain. And so at least we got people in and out of the rain. Oh, looky there. Hold on. Look. The water, it runs down the side of the roof, and there's actually, like, drainage coming off the sides. That's wild. Nowadays, that's why you got rain gutters. There'd be a trough at the bottom of here that's mounted to the side of the house. And then you got the downspout Whatever. That was a big part when I was a roofer. That was a big part of the job. Well, that's actually what my dad was training me to do, was he wanted me to be his gutter guy for gutter cleanings and gutter installations. He would do the roofs and everything else once I was trained to do the roofs. And then he was going to have me be a designated gutter guy because he said like a huge amount of his job back when we were doing it was just doing gutter jobs. And he said he's got better stuff to work on, but he needed like a dedicated gutter guy to help the business out. Didn't end up working out that way. Obviously ended up kind of getting out of roofing because roofing's a headache. It's an exhausting, awful headache. You will come home tired, though. Well, the rain finally broke. That's good. We've almost completed our longhouse over here, and they're installing the flooring inside of this house, so they should be a little bit more comfortable as the days go. Seasons change, time passes by. You know, as that whole process happens, we should be able to do something with it. I believe that these are edible right here, actually. What are these, morels? I don't know what those are right there, but they should work out. Put them a little harvest order over there so that we don't waste it. I don't like to waste things, and it looks like some of our grasses are regrowing already too, so we should probably go harvest those just to fully make... Oh, the berries are back as well. They grow quick out here. That's good. Usually berries are kind of a depleting resource in games like this. They're still chopping down trees over there. Still jobs to be done. Let me throw a thatch roof on this thing, and then we'll call it a day. There you go. Okay, so both of our houses are up and running. Looking pretty good. We've got the start of a little village here. Not necessarily crazy fire safe. Real easy for an ember to jump from roof to roof, but it'll do for now. For our purposes, it will do. And what we need to do is we need to build a stockpile zone. And so I'm going to put a little stockpile zone back up on in here so we can start storing up some of our goodies. So we'll throw that over there. Oh, that's 2 stockpiles, is it? Apparently it counts as 2 separate stockpiles. Okay, I wonder if it does the thing that RimWorld does, where if you overlap them, it expands. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. All right, well, maybe that's a feature that's coming later. Can you expand the size of this, should you desire to do so? No. So we'll take the waste out of there real fast, and this will just be kind of a little storage area, I suppose. We're also going to need a dumping stockpile where they'll take all the nastiness and the bullshit, and they'll just throw it out. We'll probably throw that over here just kind of by... Yeah, just by that mushroom stack over there, and they'll put all the waste over there. Our campfire is going to allow us to cook with any of the raw resources that we have, and I would say to cook until we have 15. That sounds really, really good to me. We're also going to want to ramp up production pretty soon and start fiddling with some of the other buildings that we can get our hands on for doing research and important jobs of that nature. But for right now, a well-earned break. You know, go berry picking, hang out, grab some of the random hay and things that we need in order to keep things going. It's all right. Okay, well, let's play around with our production. We've got some things to look at here. We've got a woodworking bench. I do think that it's probably a good idea to get one of those so that we can work with the wood. Put it right there by the window so that you got a little bit of light to operate by. That one's going to be blocked by the door, which is kind of a bummer. We got a bowyer's table over here. I would suggest... There we go. Let's put in the bowyer's table. I actually kind of dig the way that looks. We'll put the bowyer's table in right there. And we also have a basic research table that we can throw in. I would think we could probably fit that in somewhere. I think something like that looks real good. Actually, that's acceptable to me. And then we'll get a butchering table over here, and we'll put that right out front so they don't get blood and nastiness everywhere. I don't know if that's a feature, but there you go. Our first round of production. They're also going to have a lot of hauling to do, so we're going to have to wait for that. But I'll be back with you as soon as they get done sleeping. Once they get done stockpiling and all that kind of fun stuff. Our living space, after a little hauling, definitely looks better. So we can go through research and we can actually unlock things, and there's a lot to unlock as of right now, even in this early beta. I'm glad to see developers focusing on having like a lot. The game's not even released yet. You can tell that they're kind of gearing up for a release, but at the same time, like, there's a lot of stuff here. Like, they want to make sure that there's content density before it goes out, or at least that's what it looks like to me. We'll grab a little bit of that right there. I don't think we have anything that costs 50, so I think we're just going to have that 50 hangover. My suggestion would be that with the research bench, we set this up to produce knowledge, and we should go until we have, like... Yeah, like 400. It's bugged right now, I think. So I spend the research, but it doesn't get, the initial research that you start with doesn't get pulled out of your stockpile, and it still counts as you having that research laying around even though you've spent it already. And so I think that's a minor bug. So you got to queue it up above 150. So actually technically it's set to 250 right now. Because that research is not going to be usable. It happened during my test playthrough too. I figured I'd try and have it stockpiled this time before I spent it, but we stockpiled it and it still didn't get pulled out of the inventory, so I don't know. It says we should have 50, so one of these stacks should have disappeared, but who knows. Maybe there's something I'm missing there. Continue harvesting wherever you can. That berry bush right there I think is going to be like incredibly productive as time goes along. We can also set up jobs out here, so we do have a priority system that we can use, just like in RimWorld. So there you go, and that's how the priority system functions. And you can kind of pull other people off of things just in case. It's up to you how you want to do it. Another gorgeous morning in the the medieval world. Let's see here. We've got, I want to hunt something. Let's kill something. I'm going to hunt a rabbit. I want to see what happens. Butcher table, are you set up on this? Yeah, do it forever. There we go. Just like in RimWorld. Somebody go kill that rabbit right there. You guys going to like grab a weapon and just like gank that fool? Because I definitely think somebody should. I want to see some throwdowns out here. I want to see bunnies get taken care of. All right. I'll queue this one up too, just in case. Like, I want to be super clear about my intentions. Murder that rabbit. Oh, she's about to crossbow his ass. Hold on, hold on. Oh, she actually shoots an arrow. That's cool. I like it. Apparently, she's not super good at shooting the arrow, but you know, she gave it a go. Oof. Okay, she's gonna need some fight training maybe. It appears to me as though maybe she's not the best archer in the world. He evaded it. How come there was it gave him bloodbutt though? Man, that thing is dodging. That thing is like dabbing on you right now. You need to relax. Just breathe. Oh, it's because she's got a marksman skill right there. I see it. So there's marksman and there's melee. All right. Well, I mean, this is a good opportunity for her to level up anyways, as our lone crossbow woman. So, you know. I figure eventually she'll hit him. She's getting XP every single time she tries anyways, so it's fun to watch and look at. I do like the camera angles that are possible with the game, given that it's set up in 3. I mean, honestly, it kind of reminds me of a better put-together Stonehearth. That's really what it reminds me of. And I love Stonehearth. I was always a big believer in Stonehearth. It was always kind of disappointing to me that it didn't turn out in a way that made a lot of people happy, unfortunately. I was okay with the final product, but there was definitely things that could have been done better along the way. So it looks like you have to have a bow in order to hunt. So let's go ahead and do like some short bows in here. We'll level up everybody's ability to hunt. It doesn't seem like it takes us that much in order to get it moving. And like, we might as well level up everybody's marksmanship. Like, what is yours? Your marksman is 1, and then what is your marksman? Your marksman is 3. So we actually might be better off having you as the bowman. I mean, I'm going to let her keep shooting and whatnot, but I may transfer the crossbow from her over to him because he's got a level 3 in marksman. She's almost there. I'm just going to keep her, leveling up. This guy's cooking dinner over here, and then this guy is macking out some research right now, which I am all about, although he's only produced 20 of it. I expected that to go a little bit quicker, but I guess not. I haven't had the game on fast forward, though, either. What do you have going on over here? What's, damn, you're chasing that thing across the world, huh? Another miss. Luckily, we don't have limited ammunition. We had limited ammunition, she'd have all kinds of a problem over here. I'm hoping she gets it eventually. Next shot should be a level up, so that'd be nice. I don't know if the weapons have durability or if they break or anything. It's almost dead. She's winged it a couple of times, but it regenerates. It's got like X-Men regeneration, so every time she keeps trying to hit it, and she's hit it 2 or 3 times now, but it's not enough to kill it. And unfortunately, there we go. She got the rabbit. Good for you. Good for you. Did that give you like bonus XP or anything? Looks like it did. I think it did give her a little bit of bonus XP, but I'd have to watch again. Oh, she's gonna go kill. Let's not do that. Let's maybe slow down a minute. We'll see what Athelstan does. He's going to come pick up the rabbit, but I wanted to see if there was an animation for, like, picking up the rabbit or anything. Like, picking it. That's a big hare, actually. That's a pretty beefy hare. So apparently he puts it inside of a basket on his back. That's okay. Basket weaving is an integral part of society, so... apparently Marksman 1 is kind of like the line. She's hitting these ones a lot more consistently. I think maybe she just needs to have, like, maybe you got to have, like, a marksman that is non-zero in order to get things done. Yeah, there it is. She winged that one with a quickness. So I guess you just need that first level, and that's where it all starts to get better. Looks like the butchery job is being taken care of right here. Looks like it takes a little while to clean out a rabbit. I'm happy, though. I'm very, very happy. I like the way this is going. We got some limestone laying around over here. I don't know if I should mine that and bring it back. I don't know. How many research points do we have? 80? We can do furniture, I guess, which will allow us to make a wooden hay bed and a chair. Sure, why not? I'll take it. I gotta keep somebody working on research, but, like... I should probably take the people, actually. I'm not being efficient with my jobs right now. What I should do is take that person completely off. She's level 3, and so she'll produce research a lot faster. Like, in the long term, it's probably better to have the other guy with a passion do it, but, like, meh. I guess the next thing we should probably start doing is start putting together some huts for everybody else. So I guess that's what I'll do. And we'll throw together some huts out here, make the place look a little nicer. There we go. Give it a little bit of, a square look to it. Gonna throw the door in over there, and then on that side, we'll probably throw in, like, some windows, just to give them a couple peepholes to look out of. Gotta throw in some flooring. I mean, everybody's got a job to do right now, so it's probably gonna slow down a little bit before this all gets finished. Hey, there's the meat right there. He's processing the second rabbit, too. What are you guys up to? You guys hauling? What are you doing? Oh, they're bringing it back to build the building. Nice. Well, this game is this game is pretty sweet. I'm having a good time with it so far. Like, I definitely think it's put together pretty good. Like, I've had, like, little things like the Chronicle bug or whatever that is. It might not even be a bug. I might just be misunderstanding the system. But anyways, so far, no crashes, no anything else. Seems like there's a depth of content here. This game's called Going Medieval. Hope you guys liked it. Leave a like on the video if you want to see more. Also, make a racket in the comment section. Check out the Discord, where our community gathers. You can also check out the Twitch stream, where I'm live every single day of the week. Take care, everybody, and I'll see y'all next time.